E-Butter go crazy. YouTube, what's good, guys? It's your boy TD, and I'm back again with another live, guys. And today's live is going to be on week 15 starts and sits for your fantasy football playoffs. Now, guys, listen, make sure you go down with the ship. Don't get super cute, but sometimes in some of these weather games, we're going to have to get a little bit of cute. So you're going to have to make some tough decisions. So let's go. It's fantasy football playoffs. Let's get this money. I said what I said. Let's get this money. So let me shout out to the chat. Let me see who's in the chat. Who's in the chat today? I want to find out who's in the chat. Who's showing love? I got Conscious Machine, first one in the building. I got my boy Cretch. Will Hayes in the building. Dill Devoted. Tom Burton. Sports Dog. Martin Castillo in the building. T. Jones. Yes, sir. Ed Tate. Big Will in the house. I say Big Will in the house. Watch your mouth. Scott. What's up, Scott? I see you, Kales. Okay. Let's see something here, guys. All right. Okay. All right. Let's talk about this weather first. Let's go to the weather. Sorry about that. There we go. Let me take me off the screen. Let me make this full screen. Okay. There we go. Full screen. So y'all guys can see it. All right. So you see the first, well, that was Thursday night. So 1 o'clock game. We got the Kansas City Chiefs going against the Cleveland Browns. And look at this weather. 17 miles per hour wind. 17 miles per hour wind. And we got a 41 We got 41 degrees Fahrenheit weather, but a chance of rain. So I don't want to start any kickers. Actually, if you can get off Jameis, I would. I will look for another quarterback, but if you can't, it's okay. Go down with the ship. And playing guys like Elijah Moore and those in Jerry, you can play Jerry Jeudy, but you got to know that his floor or his ceiling is capped. So all of these players is going to be kind of capped. Now, somebody's going to have a big game, but we don't know who it's going to be. So just know that it is a weather game. This is crazy. 17 miles per hour wind, 41 degrees Fahrenheit with a chance of rain. So let's move on. We'll talk more about that in the stars and sits. Let's move on to the Cincinnati Bengals at the Tennessee Titans. We got 13 miles per hour wind, a chance of rain, 57 degrees Fahrenheit. So the rain is coming. It's on the East Coast. But you're still starting your studs. Not really a lot of guys we're going to start from Tennessee. Moving on to the Washington Commanders and the New Orleans Saints. This is in a dorm, so we're not worried about any weather. It's inside of a dorm. Start your guys. Start Washington. We got the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Giants. I'm so glad there's only 5 miles per hour wind. It's going to be outside, 36 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't care. There's football, slight chance of rain. I don't care. Lamar, Derrick Henry, all you guys, I'm still starting all my studs. So I'm not worried about this weather game. It's just 5 miles per hour wind. All right, let's move on to the Dallas Cowboys and the Carolina Panthers. I should have went to this game. I'm a big, huge Cowboy fan. And I'm probably about an hour and a half away from the stadium. But anyway, you got 7 miles per hour wind and you got a 45 degrees Fahrenheit, slight chance of rain. Start your guys. I'm not really worried about the weather in this game. It's not enough to sit anybody. So start your guys. It's mostly on Dallas, but you can start your Trubers and your Adam Thielens. All right, let's move on to a dorm game. It's Miami Dolphins at the Houston Texans. We don't care. It's in a dorm. It's in a dorm. This is to me one of my favorite games that I want to watch. I could be biased, but I want to see Tua and Tyreek. I got a lot of shares of those guys in all different formats, from best ball to whatever. Guys, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. This is cutting edge content. Also, I will be having a guest coming up. It's gonna be a surprise. So I haven't had him on the show all year, but he should be coming up soon. So that's gonna help us out with some of the starts and sits questions. All right, let's move on to the New York Jets at the Jacksonville Jaguars. 71 degrees Fahrenheit in Florida. I love it. Aaron Rodgers is one of my little secret weapons today. So I like that. I like Garrett Wilson. I like Devontae Adams. Start your guys. And there's a couple guys on Jacksonville that you can start. I like Britton Strange as a streaming tight end. I love Britton Strange as a streaming tight end today. 14 miles per hour wind is a little bit strong, but you can sit a kicker if you wanted to, but I don't think it's going to really matter. Not in Florida. Not in Florida. We got the next game. We got the Indianapolis Colts going against the Denver Broncos. And for Denver, it's pretty good weather, but the wind, oh my. I'm not starting no kickers in this game with 21 miles per hour wind. Not starting. No kickers with 21 miles per hour wind. All right, let's move on. 4 o'clock game. We got the Buffalo Bills and the Detroit Lions. Probably the game of the week, we would say, because it's a lot of things. I mean, they playing for first place in each of the divisions. So we got 41 degrees Fahrenheit. We don't care. It's in a dorm. It's in Detroit. So we good. Start all your guys. Scoring galore. Got another good game, defensive game. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers at Philadelphia. It's going to be 40 degrees Fahrenheit outside with a slight chance of rain, 5 miles per hour wind. Start your guys. Start your guys. Then we got the next game. We got the New England Patriots going to the Arizona Cardinals. Again, we don't care because we see the dorm right here. It's a dorm game. It's a dorm game. We good. All right. And then our next game, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Los Angeles Chargers. No teams on bye, as you can tell, so everybody's playing. So it's going to be a lot of games from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock. What's up, Steven? What's up, Steven Gonzalez? What's up, bruh? Long time no see. So this is a dorm game, so we starting our guys. We got to wait and see if Lad McConkey is going to be healthy, but I'm going to talk about injuries after this. So, yeah, start your guys. Start your studs. And then we got the 8 o'clock game, last game of the night. We got the Green Bay Packers going to the Seattle Seahawks. Chance of rain. You know it's Seattle, so always think about rain when you see the Seattle Seahawks. What's up, Carlton? What's up, bro? Yes, I do. I need them to be explosive too. We got Green Bay Packers and the Seattle Seahawks, 45 degrees Fahrenheit, slight chance of rain. That's okay. This is important game for Seattle. They got to win. If they win this game, they probably can win the division. If they lose, it's going to be tough. Right, Mark. Right. Let's see. And then we got tomorrow night's 2 games. We got the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota, but we don't care. It's going to be cold in Minnesota, but Minnesota is smart. They got a stadium. I mean, they got a dorm. And these cold weather teams, I know like Green Bay, they kind of want it to be outside, but it hinders your quarterback play. And quarterbacks don't want to go to cold environments where their numbers are going to be bad. But anyway, Chicago Bears, Minnesota, start your studs. Start your studs. And the last game for Monday night is going to be Atlanta Falcons going to the Las Vegas Raiders. That's not really a lot of stars in this game outside Atlanta with B. John Robinson, but start your guys. Las Vegas, it's probably 1 or 2 guys that you might start on that team, like Jacoby Myers and Sincere McCormick. Falcons, you can start Kirk Cousins if you have to. Is a good matchup. All right. So let's talk about some of these injuries. So as you see here, we got Cade Stover with emergency appendectomy. So he's going to be out today. So it's just going to be Dalton Schultz. Also, we got Tyler Conklin out. I was going to play Tyler Conklin in one of my leagues, but he's out. So he won't be playing. So Jeremy Ruckert, I'm not going to Jeremy Ruckert, so I'm gonna have to find somebody else. Trayvon Diggs for the Cowboys is out season-ending surgery, so that defense could be had a little bit with Trayvon going down. Josh Downs looks like he's going to suit up today. Looks like Tony Pollard is going to suit up today. David Njoku from the Cleveland Browns is a game-time decision. I wouldn't play him. I'm not playing him. I can't put my fantasy football playoff chances on the line with a hurt player. I can't do it. I love David Njoku, but I can't do it. Travis Hunter is going to be available to play today. I don't think nobody's going to really play him, but he's available to play today. Let me see what else we got that matters. It's going to make sense for us. We already know about Tyler Conklin. Max Crosby's done for the year. He's going to get surgery on his foot. Yes, sir. He's going to get surgery on his foot. Let's see. Yes, sir, Tom Burton. I agree. What's up, Matthew? Breach Hall is expected to suit up. So I would rank him as a top 24 running back because he's suiting up today. So that hurts Braylon Allen. That hurts Isaiah Davis. Yep. Derek Carr is out. We already know that. Let's see. Anything else, guys, that we need to see? I need to find me another news network. I like this one, but sometimes they don't show everything. DeAndre Swift is questionable for Monday. Roshan is out. Roshan Johnson, we talking about for the Chicago Bears. Evan Ingram officially on IR. We all know that, right? So that's why I like Britton Strange. Yes, sir. And I got my homeboy. When you super chat, you get your comments read out quick. What's up, bro? He always showing support. Been showing support for me for about 2 or 3 years, man. Appreciate you, bro. Yes, sir. Let's get these dubs today. Let's see. I don't think we know what happened with Devondre Campbell. We know what happened. He didn't want to play no more. And I think it was a bad move, but I understand it. That's 2 different things. I think that's all, guys, as far as what I got right here at this news media. If y'all got anything, put it in the comment section. But anybody else, it doesn't really matter. It's not really relevant to us. So I'm not going to talk about these defensive players. All right. Let's get off of this. Let's get to these questions. Yes, sir. Let me get me a drink of water and a little bit of coffee before we get started. Appreciate everybody being here. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. This is cutting edge content. Okay, let me get a little bit of coffee. Okay, let's get going. Yes, sir. Like again, I told you I got a guest coming up, should be coming up soon. So that's gonna be awesome. All right. Let me see. If we get time, I might do some what you call it too. I might do a lineup. We might do some underdog far as some prop bets if we got time. I don't want your show to go super long. My guest only he's gonna have probably like 30 minutes. You know, he's not gonna have that much time. So I don't want to be in here 2 hours. So I would say I'm probably going live until about 11:45. About 11:45. All right. Let's see here. Conscious says most exciting time of the year. We sit, study, draft, alter, debate, and now we can decide who moves on to week 16. Yes, sir. I agree 100%. Correct. What's up, bro? He says, yo, what up, TD? Wanted to hear what you had to say between starting Zach Charbonnet or James Conner. Was planning on going with Shards. I would say Charbonnet has more upside for Boom with bigger plays. He can get a 50, 60-yard touchdown. He can catch passes like James Conner. Man, I'm going to have to go with Charbonnet for the upside in fantasy football playoffs. I love James Conner. I think he is a start, but I'm going to go with Zach Charbonnet because he's going to get the full workload and he's going to catch passes like James Conner and he's getting the goal line carries. So that puts Charbonnet slightly above Conner, if you ask me. So I would say play Charbonnet over Conner. Conner got a better matchup. Conner's playing against the New England Patriots. Let me see. Yeah, so I would say Zach Charbonnet. I would go with Zach Charbonnet. Great question, though, bro. Will Hayes, he says, who should I start, Hunter Henry or Dalton Kincaid? Hunter Henry all day in my tight end spot. What defense should I start, Baltimore or Cincinnati? Baltimore. Will Hayes says, also, should I start Malik Neighbors, Amari Cooper, or Darnell Mooney? I'm going with Darnell Mooney over Amari Cooper and the Malik Neighbors. I love Amari Cooper today. I think he's going to be a sneak. I think Amari Cooper's going to ball out today against the Detroit Lions. He got like over 10 targets last week. Malik Neighbors, he could boom in garbage time. You know, Baltimore Ravens give up a lot of garbage time points. And when the game is on the line, they give it up too. Pause. So, but Darnell Mooney, man, is a top 12 wide receiver, if you ask me, for a whole year in fantasy, right? That's not really going off the points, but they're just watching him play and being the number one. He's always been the number one for the Atlanta Falcons this year, even over Drake London. And I said what I said. And I got to give a shout out to one of my members, Charlene. She talked about Darnell Mooney since this summer and said that watch out for him. Kirk Cousins asked him to come to Atlanta. So I'm going to go with Darnell Mooney over Amari Cooper, who I think is going to get more targets, and Malik Neighbors, who I think is going to get more targets. But Darnell Mooney has a better quarterback, and he has a better matchup. Deal Devoted said, what up, TD? Should I start Hall or Bucky? I have A-Chain as well. Well, I know you starting A-Chain. I can't tell you to start Bucky, man, because he hasn't practiced all week. I know Hall didn't practice. I probably would go with Hall over Bucky. If they're going to let Hall come out there at the end of the season and they out of the playoffs, then I'm going to play him because evidently they're going to use him. Remember last year, they gave him 13 catches. So I'm going with Hall over Bucky because Bucky hasn't practiced, and I don't even know if Bucky's going to play. And if he does play, it could be like last a week. Tom Burton says, good morning. Congratulations to all in the playoffs. Yes, sir. Appreciate that. Sports Dog, he says, TD 118 PPR Superflex, quarterback Love, wide receiver Collins, running back Barkley and Bijan, tight end Ertz, 2 flex Charbonnet and Brian Robinson Jr., bench McLaurin, Judy, Addison, Herbert, Bates, Minnesota. What do you think of any changes? Nope. You got Love at your quarterback. I don't see any quarterbacks that you got that. I like Herbert. But I'm worried about Vlad. And Vlad doesn't play, it hurt Herbert's numbers. But I'm gonna tell you to stick with Love. I'm gonna tell you to stick with Love. That's the only decision I think is the quarterback. You can't get Judy and Addison in there. You can't put Judy in over Collins or Addison in over Collins. You can't do it. You got to play Barkley and Bijan. Tight end. That's the only tight end you got is Ertz, and you got your flex plays are fantastic. You got Zach Charbonnet and Brian Robinson Jr. So I think you're good, man. But you can swap out Love and Herbert if McConkey plays. But it's only about McConkey. If McConkey don't play, I would definitely go with Love. Great question, bro. That's you got a really good team there. Martin Castillo, what's up, bro? He says, good morning, TD. I hit Cup on Thursday night, big 0. It's all good. So I need 2 wide receivers out of these 3. Evans, Neighbors, or Flowers. I'm going with Flowers. And Evans. Man, Neighbors, I want to play Neighbors and for garbage time. I want to play Neighbors for garbage time, but I can't tell you to sit Evans. Evans is a playoff monster. He's kind of like, I don't know if anybody ever watched baseball, but Reggie Jackson was a guy that hit probably like 250, 260 in the regular season with about 25 to 30 home runs, which was very elite back in the day. He's a Hall of Famer. But in playoffs, this dude used to go crazy, hit 6 or 7, 8 home runs in the playoffs, always leading the playoffs in home runs. He would turn his game up to another level. That's what Mike Evans is for fantasy football. If you go back and look at fantasy football the last 3 to 4 years, and we'll look at Mike Evans' numbers, it's gas. Like I'm talking because he's trying to get keep that 1,000 yards, and he doesn't have it, so he's going to be trying to get that. So that's what's going to tell me to put Evans over Neighbors. So I'm gonna say Flowers and Evans. Flowers and Evans. Flowers, you got to play him. The matchup is great. He's Lamar #1 wide receiver. But woo, man, I don't want to sit Neighbors. I really like Neighbors today for garbage time. I think he's a garbage time. He's going to get a lot of points for garbage time today. Castillo says, also, what's a good tight end streamer today to replace Ingram? Britton Strange. Go get Britton Strange right now. I love Britton Strange today. I got cute and I think I'm sitting Jawan Johnson in one league for Britton Strange. T. Jones says, Otten or Smart. I said Smart. Otten or Smart. Otten or Smart. Pacheco or McCormick. So I've been hearing this a lot about Pacheco or McCormick. Now listen, Alexander Madison, guys, let me know in the chat. I'm looking at the chat right now. I keep on having to close out the chat. What the hell? It's not showing messages. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, bro. I'm going with McCormick over Pacheco. Let me tell you why. Because McCormick is no Alexander Madison. There's no Zeus. There is just Amir Abdullah, who only had two touches last week. McCormick's getting the full workload. So I'm going to go with McCormick over Pacheco, even though McCormick is not like an easy matchup, but it doesn't matter. We know Las Vegas can step up and beat anybody. So anytime a guy getting 100% of the goal line carries, I'm going to always tell you to go towards that guy. So I'm going to go with McCormick over Pacheco because Pacheco is coming back slowly. They're not running him in the ground, and they're not trying to get him hurt right now. This is a playoff running back who's going to kill it in the playoffs, and he's really good in the playoffs. So I'm talking about the real playoffs, not the fantasy football playoffs. So I'm going with McCormick. And between Otten and Smart, I'm going with Otten. T. Jones says Tua or Donald. That is tough. Let me see something here. That is tough. I'm going with Tua slightly over Donald. It's close. If you want to go with Donald, I don't have nothing to say. But I'm gonna say Tua. I'm gonna say Tua over Donald. Tua has been, to me, outside of Josh Allen having that big game, Tua was the #1 fantasy football quarterback on a per game basis. Fact check me, guys. Let me know in the comment section if I'm wrong. But Sam Darnold's been killing it too, and he's got really great weapons. The only thing about Sam Darnold, though, is the Bears are good as a pass defense. I'm not saying they're going to shut Sam Darnold down, but they're pretty good as a pass defense. So I'm going with Tua. Conscious says Stone Smart says the smart Stone Mason. Jonathan Santiago, what's up, bro? He says, morning, guys. Start one between Ridley, Keenan Allen, or McConkey if he plays full PPR. I'm sorry, guys. Let me check my phone. Make sure I ain't got no text. Okay. Start one between Ridley, Keenan Allen, or McConkey if he plays. I'm going with Keenan Allen against the Minnesota Vikings. The reason why I'm going to go with Keenan Allen is because they blitz a lot and they subject themselves to big plays in the passing game, especially underneath. So you got to get the ball out quick against them. Ridley, man, I don't trust the quarterback. McConkey, I don't know if he was going to play. If he was fully healthy, I would say McConkey all day. So I like McConkey, but it's risky because of his health. Keenan Allen, when he plays, like when Caleb Williams plays well, Keenan Allen plays well. He's had a great game against Minnesota earlier this season. So I'm going to go with Keenan Allen again. I like Ridley. I just can't trust his quarterback. Steve Arnold says, I need one for the flex position. DK Metcalf or Jonathan Taylor. I'm going with Jonathan Taylor over DK Metcalf. Jonathan Taylor over DK Metcalf. Tom says 0.25 per rushing attempt, 1 point PPR. Start 2 wide receivers and a flex. James Cook, AJ Brown, Tyreek Hill, and Terry McLaurin. Thanks, brother. That no problem, brother. I got you. So your 2 wide receivers are going to be Tyreek Hill and AJ Brown. And I would start Terry McLaurin in the flex. So no James Cook. No James Cook. Not saying he's a sit today, but in this instance, he is. Conscious Machine says no show. I don't know what that means. Ed Tate says, what up, TD? Let's get the playoffs win today. Yes, sir. Conscious says legally rolling a huge for the folks. Yes, sir, bruh. Cheers. Deal says, curious, would you start Kareem Hunt or Sean Tucker? I'm not so confident with Bucky or Breach. Right. I would go with Breece over Kareem Hunt and Sean Tucker. I would go with Breece over Kareem Hunt and Sean Tucker. And then I would say next, I would go with Sean Tucker. So Breece or Sean Tucker. I say Big Will in the house. I say Big Will in the house. Watch your mouth. Conscious said, let's go, Big Will. He said, let's go, Conscious. Deal says, yes, sir. Fantasy football is another year. I said what I said. Yes, sir. Chief Heat, what's up, bro? He says, deal unless you need a prayer. Tom says, good morning, TD. Good morning, bro. Scott says, working out my flex spot in PPR. I have to pick one between Amari Cooper, DK Metcalf, and Bucky Irvin. I'm going with Amari Cooper over DK Metcalf and Bucky Irvin. I love Amari Cooper today. KO says Juwan Johnson or Stone Smart. I'm going with Juwan Johnson. I need to see it first. I can't play a brand new player that I ain't never seen play before in professional football. What's up, Mr. To You? Aaron Holloway says, good morning, TD. Yes, sir. MVM says it's Rico Dowdle Day. Yes, sir. I agree. Martin Torres in the building. Chief Heat says pick 3, Pacheco, Bucky, Najee, Swift, Bigsby, Thielen, and Reed. I'm going with Thielen. Bigsby. and Pacheco. What's going on, Ig?
What's up, man? How you doing, bro? Happy playoff day.
What'd you say?
Happy playoff day.
Yes, sir, bro. I'm excited, man. I got a few buys, but I actually have a couple leagues that I need to play, like in the league in the Bay of Bay of Beasts.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Bay and the
Beast. I got a first round matchup this week.
I know you do, man. It's going to be fun. You know, I like it when 8 teams make it. Me personally, I like it. Why give the team? I understand that you earn it if you get there, but also it's fantasy football, man. It's not like our fingers are tired from clicking. You know,
right?
So we need to get that week in. I need to prove that I can beat the best team. But I am happy to have a bye week in your league. Haven't said that, so I can advance. I might be playing you next week in that awesome league you set up, that best ball IDP. Very fun league, man. I like that it's best ball, that we can make moves. You know, I've been keeping an eye on players, what they've been doing good on IDP, especially. I got a Sean Robinson over there in Carolina, man. You should know about him. He has been having a good. He's been having a good season. Got him in that league. It's just really cool, man. So thank you for doing that.
Right, I be cross-pollinating when I be like, oh, Iggy picked up this guy in this league. Well, I'm about to go in this dynasty league and pick him up too.
Yeah, I've seen you do that in a couple of our leagues together, man. We're fortunate enough to be in quite a few leagues, so I'm excited, man.
Facts. Anything you want to say, bro, before you get to this question? Anything you want to shout out? Tell people where they can find you? Anything like that?
Man, shout out to you for sure. You can find me over at the Sports Affiliation. Got my IDP over everything shirt on. That's a few of us over there. TD pops up over there as well. And then I also do work for Fantasy Alarm. You can find that. You can subscribe over there to get those. But also I have some free bets every once in a while on the NBA now. These are just NBA from me. And it's free over at Wager Alarm, and you can find that as well. So, you know, NBA Cup games, some weekend games, I go over there. We give away some free bets. So if you're into betting, if you're into the NBA, go check it out. And I don't know if TD's told y'all, he's the reigning champion in our fantasy basketball league. So we'll get that going, started up pretty soon, probably at the end of the month. So yeah, there it is, man. Look at it, man.
I told him I won the championship. I told him it was my first year playing fantasy basketball, and I won the championship. And I lost in another championship.
Yeah, man. So it knows multiple sports. My man's knowledgeable in many ways.
Yes, sir. So, bro, what do you think? I said for this question, he says pick 3: Pacheco, Bucky, Najee, Swift, Bigsby, Thielen, and Reed. I went with Thielen, Pacheco, and Bigsby.
I think I would go Thielen for sure too. I don't know if it's PPR, half PPR, but I'm gonna go Thielen, Pacheco. I want to go Najee, but I don't know if he's going to have a big game. You know, I don't know if he's going to do that. I don't think Reed's going to have a big game. So, man, that's tough. I think I got to go Bigsby because the reason I said Reed, he could have a good game. I think Romeo Dobbs makes everybody on that offense better. Watson better, Reed better, Jacobs better. But it's just hard to pick who's going to be that guy, you know?
Yeah. So,
and in the playoffs, we can't have that.
No, got to go with the consistent. I think like garbage time or teams that are losing, these are like Bigsby. That's sneaky. That's a sneaky good play. You know, he can get a couple touchdowns or a touchdown with like 70 yards and be a good top 24 running back this week.
Yeah, and the Jets. Yeah, you know, I don't know if they'll blow them out. I went and picked up Rodgers in one league for the playoffs that I had Geno Smith and Russell Wilson. So I mean, I had 2 good quarterbacks, but he was sitting there this week. I was like, man,
come on now.
He's playing for a job, dude.
I'm telling you, I told people he's my streaming quarterback of the week, Iggy. And listen, no, I don't want to say too much because some of these guys are here. I'm playing him in a FanDuel lineup, but I might be picking Aaron Rodgers that way I can spin up at my wide receiver and running back position.
Yeah, man, you got to get some of those cheap buys out there this week. Somebody's balling out. Him and Devontae Adams are playing to go play somewhere else, man.
Right, come on now.
Bottom line.
Right. King of Nike, he said, "What's good, brother?" Yes, sir. The Gone Network says Grand Rising, Breach Hall, or because they make fun of me because I don't say Breach, I say Breach, so they all make fun of me here. But Breach Hall or DK PPR. With Breach Hall having an injury, I'm gonna go with DK in this instance.
Man, I have to run Breece Hall in the league. I still have Davis, so I'm trying to watch that matchup and kind of see if I need a plug because then it's Justice Hill for me. But real quick, I saw something interesting on DK. He needs 88 yards and 2 touchdowns to be in some kind of metric that only Randy Moss has. So, I mean, he could have a big game. Packers have a good secondary, but like we said, maybe they're coming from behind. DK just needs one big pass, too. So that's all he needs.
Jory's out, right?
Pardon me?
Jory Alexander.
Oh, yeah. I think he's out, man. Alexander's out.
Right.
Unfortunately.
Right. Chief Heat says, also because of the weather, should I drop Redskins D and go grab the Chiefs? No, I will go ahead and play the Redskins D this week.
Against the Saints, right? Yeah, you got to play them.
Yep. I think you need to have the Chiefs defense stash too, if you can.
Chiefs could lose this game against Cleveland.
They could, man. They could.
Jameis, you never know what you're getting,
Right. Scott, what's up, Scott? Appreciate you being here. He said, smash the like. Best football advice right here. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, bro. That's why I try to provide very smart, intelligent guys like Iggy. Listen, I'm telling you guys, Iggy, when it comes to his betting, the guy is crazy. IDP, if he tell you this guy's going to get 7 tackles, he's going to get 7 tackles.
Yeah. I haven't looked at hardly any NFL bets today, man. It's all fantasy, I had to write my little basketball article, and now it's like, I want to check my lineup so much, but I got to check them again.
Right. Ian Taylor says, thanks in advance for the help, TD. Tight end, Kincaid, Smart, or Juwan Johnson? I'm going with Juwan.
Yeah, Juwan's popular, man. I actually have this exact same situation. I have Kincaid. I had Ballinger at about, I don't know, I went to bed kind of early last night. So about 9:30 or so, I was like, you know what? Let me go pick up Smart. And I may roll with him this week, So I if you got Johnson, go roll with it. But I'm watching that match, honestly, right now. Kincaid's supposed to play, but it hasn't been for sure. McDermott said game time decision. So we're going to keep a monitor on that. If Kincaid's playing, I'm playing him. But if not, I'd go with Juwan Johnson.
Right. Why not Smart?
I mean, I personally have him, but Juwan Johnson wasn't available in that league. I think Johnson just, young quarterbacks, inexperienced quarterbacks, they love the tight end. Tight end's been pretty important in that offense as well, even with Carr being in there. So, because you have, MVS is good for a bomb or two, but he's not running anything underneath to help out a quarterback against, Fowler, against Bobby Wagner might be coming in with the blitz. So Washington's going to send pressure at him. Dan Quinn's going to be blue. They're going to be sending pressure at him.
Yes. Craig says, about to head to that Texans game. Going to be awesome. Yes, sir.
I've been to that stadium. I love it.
Buy me a hot dog, bro. Send it through the mail.
No
Juwan Allen, what's up, bro? Glad to see you here. I guess Concha saying Nico gonna have a good. You think Nico gonna have a great game this week?
He's playing against Ramsey. How do the Dolphins line up? They don't line up strictly man locked up.
No, they move Ramsey around. Ramsey, man, he's a different type of player. He's kind of like he can play Kyle Hamilton. He can do what Kyle Hamilton can do. He can also go out and guard like big time wide receivers. So they move him around, man. That defense is sneaky good.
I think, I have Sealer getting a sack this week against CJ Stroud. I think they're going to try to hand it off to Nixon, man. He's like, if he wouldn't have missed the game, he'd be right up there with Barkley and Henry.
I agree. I do think it's a mixing game. I think they're going to try to run the ball against the Miami Dolphins. Juwan says, love of golf. Oh, that's tough, man. I've been holding on to love, man, but it is a Josh Jacobs team right now. They running through Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. It seems like David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs always get the touchdowns when they get down into the green zone now. So that kind of hurts golf numbers, but golf is playing elite football. He's top 3 quarterbacks in the NFL right now, but fantasy, no. I guess I'm going to go with Love.
Yeah, I go with Love. The upside's there. He's back to scrambling again, too. He could take off. If Mofu or somebody puts pressure on him from Seattle, he's going to skirt out and get about 12, 13 yards. Goff's not going to do that. Well, he did do that not too long ago, but I think he's going to have a better game.
Right, me too.
But let me ask you real quick. If the Lions do win this game, Goff throws for 2 touchdowns, does he jump Allen in the real MVP, not the fantasy MVP? Does he jump him in that category? Or do you think he goes to Lamar if Lamar has a great game?
I think Goff could be the MVP, but I don't think his stats is going to let him beat out Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, he's got the record. He don't have the stats, though, right?
Yeah, he don't have the stats, but his play is just as good as them. You know, he just don't have the godly numbers of 3 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah.
Let's see. We did that one already, but we could do it again. I'll let you do it. He says 0.25 per rushing attempt, 1 point PPR, start 2 wide receivers in the flex. AJ Brown, James Cook, Tyreek Hill, and Terry McLaurin. Thanks, TD. What do you think, Iggy?
Man, 0.25 per rush. I think I gotta go McLaurin and AJ here. You gotta pick 2, right? Pick 2 or pick 1?
Pick 3.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I gotta go to Scary Terry and AJ there. And then, man, Allen just vultures too many touchdowns. That I think they were trying not to let him do that early in the season. But now that they're in a situation, they don't have to win games, but they need to win games to get that 1-2 seed. And it's more Allen. And I think they're taken away from Cook. So I'll take Tyreek this week.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said you're gonna have to sit James Cook in this instance.
Yeah.
Steven Gonzalez, what's up, bro? He says, I need help, brother. Who should I start, Bucky or Hall? I'm going with Hall.
Is Bucky playing? I've got him on my bench.
It's a game time decision. That's what they say.
I was fortunate enough to get White in a couple leagues, man, that I had Bucky. That's tough, but you got to go Hall in that situation, I think. Because I don't know if Bucky, they've already said they go with the hot hand down there in Tampa Bay, and that's probably not going to be him.
Right. He ain't practiced all week either.
Yeah, I don't even know if he's playing. Yeah, you got to go Hall.
Right. What's going on, Harambe?
What's up, man?
Steven Gonzalez says, what's good, my brother? You already know. Yes, sir. You know who that is, don't you?
Steven?
Yeah. I forgot what we call him. We got his own name. I forgot what we used to call him, but he used to come on some of our lives with me, you, and Hustler, or whatever. I forgot his name.
Oh, okay. What's up, man?
Carlton says, what up? I need Amon-Ra to be explosive today. Yeah, man, this is a different team. No longer do they need Amon-Ra to carry this team. This is a championship team, so anybody can have a great day. But I'm still playing Amon-Ra in every single league that I have.
Yeah, he's been a bit of a disappointment fantasy-wise.
Yeah, fantasy-wise, facts. Mark Grebla says, all Pennsylvania games, Super Bowl preview, laugh out loud. I think he was talking about the
Steelers, Pittsburgh. Hey, I think the Steelers, I've been really wanting to put money on Mike Tomlin, Coach of the Year. I've publicly said I think he's a top 6 coach all time. And he's not one Coach of the Year, man. I don't know if that's some discrimination, but I hate voting on awards that aren't given out like purely from a stat. It's up to the people to decide because you never know what people are going to think.
Right.
But Mike Tomlin, man, if they win the AFC North, I don't know how he doesn't win Coach of the Year.
I agree with Russell getting Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. That nobody wanted those 2 quarterbacks.
Nobody wanted them. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Together with the defense too. Also took in Arthur Smith, who nobody really wanted. You know what I'm saying? And look, I don't think Arthur Smith deserves to be a head coach again, but look what that offense is doing. They're doing what they're supposed to do.
Right. I'm gonna tell you why he hasn't made coach. He hasn't won Coach of the Year. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers.
They're supposed to be good. But he's the reason they're good.
I know, but it's hard for us because when he got the job, they had won a Super Bowl like 2 years before, right? And he came in with 4 Hall of Famers with Troy Polamalu.
Big Ben's not one yet, I guess.
Big Ben, Antonio Brown, even though we know he's a Hall of Famer, but he might not get in for whatever reason. But yeah, he came into the team, and so we don't give him the credit from keeping the ship going. We try to he should do it. He better do it. But if he don't go to the playoffs, we destroy him.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It's almost like Denzel and Remember the Titans, man. He can't have a losing season. He hasn't.
That was hilarious. Right. And you know if you lose a game, you're gonna get fired, right? Oh God. Martin Torres says, because the range, which should I start today? Playoff, Robin Stewart, Jerry Jeudy, or Zay Flowers? Zay Flowers all day.
Yeah, I pumped up Zay Flowers probably more than anybody. I got him. The only wide receiver I have more than him is Van Jefferson, and that's because I was taking Van Jefferson at the end of all my best ball leagues. I was like, well, he might be good. He might be good. So, But like starters, I got Zay Flowers in so many leagues. It's ridiculous.
Yes. Tom Birch says, congratulations to all that made the playoffs. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you too, Tom.
Sean Bonds, he said, "What's good, bruh? Start 3, PPR, Neighbors, Tracy, Brian Thomas Jr., Thielen, Waddle, Jameson Williams." I'm gonna say Brian Thomas Jr., Thielen, and I'm gonna go with Waddle.
I think I'm going Thielen, BTJ. I think Neighbors is probably going to get some trash time.
I do too, man. I do too, bro. The only reason why I'm going with Waddle, man, I think Tua's going to have a big game today. Throwing it, but I keep like when people ask me about Neighbors, it's hard to get him in the lineup. But I think he's going to have some great garbage time points today against that Baltimore secondary. I agree with you, but I still got to say Waddle. But I do like Neighbors too.
Yeah, Baltimore after a bye week, Lamar trying to get a get-right game, making an MVP case. Like, they're getting in playoff mode. They got to just ground teams into the ground, you know?
Right,
so.
Right. Matthew Lee from Facebook, appreciate you, brother. He says, "Hey, man, I got a super tough decision to make. I need to figure out if I should plug in Brian Thomas this week. My current lineup has Flowers, Neighbors, DJ Moore. Yeah, you need to take out. I would take out DJ Moore and put Brian Thomas in right there. I already played Kittle. Should I bench one of these guys and play B. Thomas? Yes, I would. I would bench DJ Moore.
Yeah, DJ Moore. Bears are playing for another high draft pick already.
Right. King of Nike, appreciate you, bro. He says, TD, what 3 are you starting? Tyreek, Zay, AJ Brown, JSN, Josh Down. This is going to be tough. But I'm going to take JSN, AJ Brown, and Tyreek. And I hate to sit Zay.
Yeah, that's the only place we differ. I'm taking JSN, AJ, and Zay.
Right. You going to sit Tyreek?
Yeah, just Lamar's gonna ball out, man. They're gonna force feed AJ Brown. Like even if it's just the first couple drives, they're gonna force. He's in. Trust me, AJ Brown has at least 2 targets in that first 15 games. One of those could be a touchdown. You know, I promise you, because nothing's going wrong with their team. They're trying to keep everything drama free, man, and coast into the NFC Championship if at all possible.
Right. Yeah, that's just tough, man. I can't bench Tyreek, but I get it. Zay is definitely a star. That's why, man, I tell people this, consolidate, man. I'm trying to make my starts and sits be easy as possible. I don't like a deep team. Maybe like if I'm stashing defenses, I'm okay, but I don't like stashing a bunch of players and then I have to make starts and sits decisions every single week. Sometimes I like to just let it be simple and just play my guys.
Yeah. That's how I lose games, overthinking.
Right. Right. Matthew Lee said, "What's good, brother?" Yes, sir. Appreciate it. What's good with you? Dixon says, "Pollard or Brian Thomas Jr.?" I'm going with Brian Thomas Jr.
Man, I think I don't know. I mean, if it's PPR, go BTJ. If it's not, go Pollard.
Right. Only thing, Pollard, he ain't practiced all week. I know he's still going to play, but I don't like playing guys that haven't practiced all week.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's true, man. Tajay Spears was one people I was telling people to go take a look at this week. Yeah, let's go BTJ. Let's get together.
Conscious says Devondre had a daughter die recently. Let's not judge. Oh, Devondre Campbell?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I didn't know about that.
I try not to judge people, you know what I'm saying? Right. I've never walked out on any team thing I've been a part of, man. I lost a game 103-5 in basketball. I've never walked out. You know?
Right. B. Growing says Kamara or Zach Charbonnet? Zach Charbonnet.
He's doubtful, huh? Kenneth Walker's doubtful?
No, he's not playing. Kenneth Walker's out.
He's out for sure. Is Kamara in for sure? He's in, right? He's past
Kamara's playing. Yeah, Kamara's playing. But I would say, man, be careful, because if Kamara gets hurt in this garbage ass game, y'all should be fired.
Yeah.
Because they just gave him a new deal. You don't want him, and you out of the playoffs. So I think Kamara plays a little bit, but I actually think Kendre Miller's gonna get a lot of work today.
Yeah, he might. Miller's back. Yeah, Charbonnet, because Packers don't have the best rush defense either.
Right. And also Charbonnet catch passes too.
Yeah, and no Walker.
Right. King of Nike says, "Are you playing Bucky today?" I'm not, because I don't. You see what happened last week? They tricked us.
Yeah. Yeah, I got him on my bench in my leagues that I have him.
Appreciate you, Stacy. Conscious said Charbonnet had a boom week. He might get 16 on the Packers, not 40. Right, which is fine. It's still 16 points is still good.
Yeah, 16's good.
Kale says J-Mo, A-Train, Drake London in the flex. I'm going with A-Train.
Man. Atlanta's playing the Raiders. I'll go London. Sorry if I'm not much up there, Kels.
Ice Cold Joe says, what up, bro? Should I start Waddle, Dobbs, McLeod, or Dunze or McCormick in the flex? Man, I'm going to go with McCormick in the flex over Dunze and Waddle.
Who's McCormick playing today?
Yes. We just said Atlanta.
That's right. Yeah. I'm going to go Dobbs. I think he's going to have a big game.
It's also Broncos defense or Chiefs defense. I'm going with the Chiefs defense because I don't think it's a defense that can stop AR if he's running around and making plays. I'm going with the Chiefs defense. I think AR has a big game and he surprises everybody against the Broncos defense.
Yeah, Jameson can throw 2 pick sixes against Kansas City, dude. That's tough for me, man, because they're playing in Denver in December. That's tough, bro, especially on a dome team. I'll take Denver. I think they're gonna have trouble out in that cold. It's not cold right now in Colorado, but it's cold. It's colder than it is in a dome. I'll tell you that.
Right. Iggy is from Colorado too, guys.
Yeah.
CHB in the building. What up, bro? He says, what up, bro? Christian Watson or Darnell Mooney in the flex Dynasty 4 PPO. I'm going with Darnell Mooney.
Yeah, it depends. If your matchup, if you're in the playoffs and you're expected to lose, maybe take Watson and try to take a bomb or two. But Mooney's way more consistent. If it's close that you're going to win or you're expected to win, put in Mooney. These are the only kind of the times when these kind of questions come. Like, what are you looking at? Do you think you're going to win? Are you close to winning? Then get those consistencies. Are you expected to lose? You need a bigger play. Then look at Watson.
I want to ask you something about Watson because I know you're a Green Bay Packers fan. I think Green Bay is going to give him a deal and overpay him a little bit to keep him because they don't want nobody else to have him. Because I feel like if this guy goes somewhere else where they're just going to say, we're going to throw you out there in the water and you got to see if you can handle these targets, I think he might be volatile with his catching, like far as dropping balls, but I think this guy could be elite. What do you think, Iggy? Do you think y'all going to sign him to a deal and overpay him a little bit to keep him there?
Yeah, because Green Bay doesn't have anybody else to pay. Jacobs is locked up. The linemen are more or less locked up. We got a very young team on some rookie contracts. Like, I'm trying to think who they have to pay. Like, who are they going to pay? Quay Walker? He's got a deal.
But he's a first-round pick, so they can go to his option.
Yeah, I mean, they can too. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they're not going to let him walk, I don't think, because the window's pretty wide open right now with Jordan Love, you know?
Right. Facts. E Macho, he says, top of the morning, all blessed with another brother. Need one. Neighbors, Brian Thomas Jr. or Metcalf? I'm going with Brian Thomas Jr. And he says, playing Judy as my wide receiver. Thanks in advance. I would also say this. You don't have to, but I might think about putting Neighbors in for Judy because of the weather. But you don't have to, but that's something I might think about. But I'm going to go with Brian Thomas Jr. over Metcalf. What do you think, Iggy?
I know you're a Giants fan, man, so I think I'm going to go with Neighbors here. I'm standing by the fact that I think he's going to get 4 or 5 catches on the Giants' last 2 drives at least, in addition to what he might do in around there. So if you're in a PPR league, I think he's going to have probably about 8 catches, 9 catches today. So
I won't be surprised if he have 10, 11.
He might, dude. He might.
Right. And that's some of my prop bets, man. I got a couple prop bets. I'm going Brian Thomas Jr. anytime touchdown. I'm going to all my boom guys and doing like anytime touchdown. Hopefully I can smack for like 5 millions or something.
Oh, yeah. Is BTJ from Boone?
Is he what?
You said he's from Boone?
No. I'm just saying.
You said he's going to go with the Boone guy.
Yeah, with the Boone.
Boom.
Yep. It's just 2 questions. I don't see his question. Kale said Stone Smart or Juwan Johnson. I'm going with Juwan Johnson.
Yeah, we went with Juwan Johnson earlier. Got to stay with it.
Eli says Herbert or Jordan Love. I'm going with Jordan Love. If it's all about McConkey, if McConkey played, I'm okay with Herbert. But if McConkey doesn't play, I'm going with Jordan Love.
I like Love either way. Herbert's banged up. He said he's been dealing with an ankle sprain the past 2 weeks, so
Right.
I'm just looking Love.
Dirt Boy says, good morning, bro. Collar or Bo Nix?
Oof. Who's Arizona playing again? I forgot all of a sudden.
New England Patriots.
That's right.
I think I'm gonna go with Collar slightly over Bo.
I gotta go with Tyler there.
The matchup is so good. Conscious says, I keep on having to close out the chat. It's not showing messages. I don't know what's going on, bro. Sometimes YouTube get weird. Eli says, pick 3, Chuba, Judy, James Cook, and Ladd. I'm going with Chuba.
Was Ladd playing?
Oh, yeah, we don't know yet. So that's the thing. So you got to use context with that. So I'm saying Chuba. I say Ladd, and then Judy.
Yeah, I got Chuba, Judy, and then I guess I'll go Cook. I'll go Cook because I just don't think Ladd's gonna play.
I don't think so either. But I'm gonna say Ladd. If he does play, I would definitely play him over James Cook. Siobhan says, good luck, guys. Thank you, Siobhan. Kale says JSN or J-Mo. I'm going with JSN.
JSN.
Deal says, I think I would go with Breach. Ultimately, I just wanted your insight on Bucky and Breach. Right. Yeah. I'm just going with Breach, man, because Bucky, they said he was gonna play last week, and he came out there for like a couple snaps, and that was it. So I can't risk that in the fantasy football playoffs. Deal says, like you said, I don't want to play any players in the playoffs that's injured. Facts. Deal says, W's in the chat. Like, subscribe. Thank you, bro. Comment, subscribe. Kale says, Juwan Johnson or Daniel Bellinger. I'm going with Juwan Johnson.
Yeah, I just said Ballinger, so I got to go Juwan Johnson.
Dirk Boy says, my opponent has Josh Allen. Should I play Amari Cooper or roll with Mooney or Watson? I like Amari Cooper today. I like Mooney. I could say it's between Mooney and Amari Cooper, but I would go, if you want to combat Josh Allen, I say play Amari Cooper if you want to do that.
I would go with Mooney.
T. Jones says, thank you, bro. Anytime, man. Anytime. Martin Castillo says, need 3, bro. CD, Adams, Evans, or Thomas Jr. So the 3, I'm going to go with Thomas Jr., Evans.
That's pretty tough.
I'm going to go with man, I don't want to sit CD Lamb.
Yeah, you can't.
I want to sit CD Lamb.
Yeah, I think for me it's CD, Adams, Evans. I got to. I mean, they're just they're wide receiver ones, man. Unless you think Wilson's going to be better today.
Who?
Wilson's going to be better than Devontae.
I don't. I think Wilson and Devontae both going to have 100 yards today.
Yeah. I mean, I told you I played Rodgers, so.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with Thomas Jr., Adams, and CD. I'm going with CD, Adams, and Evans. I'm going to leave out Mike Evans because I think the Chargers defense is really, really good. And I think they're going to struggle today with no Bucky. If you look at the Chargers defense, they've been stopping the run really well, and I think that's going to make Baker turn the ball over. So I'm going to go with CD, Adams, and Brian Thomas Jr.
Cross-country trip for the Bucs, too.
You're right. Yep. Morning, Mr. To you. Martin Castillo says, need 3, brothers. Okay, we did that one already. Matthew says, what's a player that you regret not buying more shares of this year, who you initially thought wouldn't be great, but ended up being a beast? Who would that be?
Probably Henry for me.
Who?
Henry. I didn't get enough shares of him.
I would say Josh Jacobs, maybe.
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs. I could have got a few shares of him, but I skipped over him. But it helped me in the beginning of the season.
Yeah, they've both been good.
Right. Smart had 3 receptions for 54 yards last week. Okay, thank you, Aaron. Yeah, I still can't go with it. I still can't go with him though. But yeah, thank you for letting me know that he did get a couple snaps last week. When I guess Will Disley got hurt in the game, and so they put him in, right?
I think he's played the last 2 games, but I think maybe he started, or maybe he is starting this week. So
Okay. Martin Torres says quarterback Sam Darnold and Kyler Murray in the playoffs. Or I would go with he said in the playoffs. I don't know what Minnesota's schedule looks like next week, but I guess I'll go with Kyler Murray. I know he has a great playoff schedule.
I know he's got to play in New England now. So I mean, Sam Darnold playing Chicago. I think they're playing at Chicago too. So Chicago's problem is not their defense. So I would go Kyler Murray.
Jaden says Tyreek, Charbonnet, Higgins, and Garrett Wilson sit 2. Who do I sit? It says sit 2. I would say Higgins.
Higgins
I would say Higgins and Garrett Wilson.
I think I might sit
Tyreek.
Yeah.
Harami says Iggy.
We're in the league together. We're in the best ball league.
Right. JP says started Cooper. Who you start? St. Brown, McLaurin, Adams, Njigba, Reed. Started Cooper. Who you start? I'm starting St. Brown.
I think I'm starting Scary Terry against the Saints.
Sport Dog says TD 100, 18 PPR. I'm worried about using Love. He has been inconsistent the last 3 weeks. Yes, could go Herbert if Ladd plays, or I could pick up Aaron Rodgers. So unsure of the quarterback. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, this is a great question right here. As a professional content creator, I'm not going to sit here and tell you to sit Jordan Love and go with Aaron Rodgers. But let me tell you something. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to have a big game this week. I just think that's a little getting too cute to sit Love and go to Aaron off the waivers. That's the reason why I'm not going to tell you to do it. But I won't be surprised if Aaron Rodgers go out and be a top 5 quarterback this week.
Yeah, I'm kind of I have Love and I have Rodgers this week. So, I'm leading those 2 guys for sure.
Right. Who would you play over Love or Aaron Rodgers?
Man, Josh Jacobs is playing so good right now. I think I would probably I would play Rodgers, man. I went and picked him up this week, like I said, over Geno, over Wilson. So I think I would throw Love in that category too, because Jacksonville is a terrible defense, man.
Right.
They're playing for their futures. Aaron Rodgers is playing for the future, literally.
Right. JB says started Cooper. Okay, we did that one already. Gabriel says pick one for flex, AJ Brown or Jonathan Taylor. I'm going with AJ Brown.
That's a tough one for me too, but I think I'm taking. I've already told you they're going to throw him the ball. So
right. AJ. Harami says the thing I like about Iggy is he's knowledgeable and doesn't talk shit. Facts. He does his talking with his fantasy teams, right? Don't get it twisted now. He'll throw a little jab in there now. He'll throw a little jab in there.
Try to let Max do the talking,
Right. Trevor Looney said, "What's up? What's up, bro? Manny T says in a 12-team PPR flex 2, move Alger Ridley. I would say Youth and Ridley.
That's so tough for me, man. I guess he's gonna. I'm gonna go Ridley and Algier.
Chief says, respect. Yes, sir, bro. Appreciate you. Ian Taylor says, is Kincaid a safe start today? I don't think so. I think Iggy likes him. I don't like him.
I mean, if you against other tight ends, if he's playing, I think you got to play him, but we'll see, man. I don't know what to expect from Detroit. The thing is, everybody expects that game to be really high scoring. So is it going to just turn into a defensive shutdown? I mean, I don't know. So
right, we don't know. I think Detroit would make them so good they can play any style. They can play a close game style, or they can go out for a shootout.
Yeah, they can.
Amari Cooper, Brian Thomas Jr. Brian Thomas Jr.
Me too.
I said, Brian Thomas Jr. was my favorite wide receiver coming out of the draft. And, bro, I think he got a lot of potential. Trevor Lawrence wasn't hyper targeting him like that, though.
Yeah, I mean, the Jags are just not good offensively from a coaching perspective. I mean, not healthy either. You got to stay healthy. But he's
Right.
going to be good. He's going to be great.
Right. Free Smoke says, the Browns beating the Kansas City. I got the Browns beating the Kansas City today. That's what Iggy said too.
It could happen.
Jaden, what's up? He said, what defense do I start today? Cardinals, Chargers, and Chiefs. This is Iggy's specialty. I'm going with the Cardinals. Close with the Chargers. I like the Chargers too, but I'm going with the Cardinals.
Yeah, I like the Cardinals. I mean, the Browns haven't, Jameis could go off. Chargers, Baker could do some damage. I don't see Baker. I don't see May doing as much damage as the other two.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Eddie Phillips said, "What's up, TD? Need a flex. If McConkey don't play, it's a 2-flex dynasty half PPR league. Tanks Bigsby, Romeo, Tim Patrick, Wandale, Tyler. I'm going with Tanks Bigsby and Romeo."
Yeah, me too. Wandale close third, but I think they try to feed neighbors, make him happy.
Tail Dog says, "Greetings at tight end, Schultz, Johnson, or Calcaterra, stacked with Hurts. Appreciate the content. I'm going to go with Juwan Johnson."
Yeah, me too.
B. Silver says, "Worried about Jameis in the weather or start Stroud?" I would start Stroud over Jameis because of the weather.
Yeah,
I can pivot to Rodgers. Oh, wait a minute. You can pivot to Rodgers, Rush, Bryce Young, Levis, 6-point rushing, passing touchdown. I will go to Rodgers. I'm gonna go ahead and get cute, man. I'm gonna go ahead and tell people to play Rodgers. I said he was my stream of the week. I might as well go with it.
Yeah, me too. I think the game's going through Mixon. Jameis is, you never know what you're going to get, man. So right. I mean, when you're in the playoffs, Rodgers is playing for his career, if not for the Jets, somewhere else. So Rodgers.
Right.
If he goes to Minnesota, dude, it's going to be the weirdest thing ever.
Right. I don't think he's going to go to Minnesota. But him and Brett Favre, they are best friends now. And when they was playing together, they couldn't stand each other.
Yeah,
it's a cycle. Aaron Rodgers saw what Brett Favre was talking about as he got older. I think that's what happened.
Yeah, he realized that he was telling the truth, and like they're going to come for you one day.
Dildo says Atlanta defense versus Vegas or Cowboys versus the Panthers. I would go with.
I picked up Atlanta in 3 leagues this week. I'm playing. Yeah. You're gonna roll 8-0 Connell out there again?
I gotta go with Atlanta with Desmond Ritter. I guess I gotta go with Atlanta.
I mean, is Ritter starting or is O'Connell playing?
Ritter.
He is, okay. Yeah, they're gonna tee off on him, boy.
I picked him up in our best ball league. So if he goes off, he gonna start.
I mean, best ball there's no damage. Yeah.
Yeah. No right. Jose says 1 wide receiver, 1 flex. Lamb, Connor, Hall, AJ, Evans, Dowdle. So 1 wide receiver would be AJ Brown. 1 flex would be Connor. So I'm going with Lamb and Connor. I'm going with Connor slightly over Dowdle and Evans.
That's pretty tough. I got to go AJ. And then I think I got to go Lamb.
Deal says, laugh out. Me and Steve in the same boat with Bucky and Hall. Laugh out just our luck.
And I got Hall and Walker. That's tough. I got Hall and Walker.
Say it again.
I got Hall and Walker in either Fantasy Football Sevens or the Bay. I think it's,
right.
You just got something you got to do.
Right. Tail Dog says, greetings, Rodgers or Kyler. I'm going with Rodgers.
I think it's about 6 one way, half a dozen the other. I mean,
tomato. That's what I say. Yeah. Siobhan says on a bye this week in 2nd place. Let's go. Great job, Siobhan.
Good job.
King of Nike says first year of fantasy TD, and I finished with a 10-4 record. Generally want to thank you, brother. Hope I can join one of your leagues next year. Yes, sir, bro. You're welcome. Mr. 2, you said, TD, would you play Brian Thomas Jr. over Thielen 1 point PPR? Yes, I would.
And I went and picked up Thielen a few weeks ago, man. I'm all about him. I think he's definitely the go-to guy. I got to go Thielen.
And won't be surprised if Thielen go off and have a better game. I just think Brian Thomas got crazy upside, but you're right. Thielen is on fire, man.
Well, and the thing is,
he can still play. He can still play for like 2 more years if he wanted to.
And then Young is coming on, dude. You know, I've said this. I've been saying this forever, man, because watching Green Bay, rookies need to sit 1 year, maybe 2 years. You know, look at Patrick
the Green Bay guy, the perfect quarterback situation.
His rookie year, they would have destroyed him, and he wouldn't have been able to build up confidence. Wouldn't have been able to understand the playbook. You know, let Bryce Young just now at the end of his second year, and he's playing good. You know, so just let the rookie sit a gear, man. Don't be so impatient as a fan base, you know, or as an owner. Just let them sit the first year, at least 1 year, and plan on keeping that coordinator so they don't have to learn anything new. Then you can throw them out there and let them kind of get a grasp of everything. Because I guarantee you play a scout quarterback for a year against an NFL defense, you're going to be so much better than you were coming out of college.
Right, and this is the Green Bay guy who's they done him perfect. They didn't lightning struck like 3 times in a row. So right. You got Brett Favre, you got Aaron Rodgers, and then you got Jordan Love. So he's telling you how to do it. He's giving you the recipe. RG says Hall or JT. I'm going with JT.
Yeah, JT.
Appreciate you, Josh. Zach says, is Jonathan Taylor a start or sit? He's a start.
Yeah, I'm starting him in my league that I got him in.
Yep. Josh Pollard says Pollard or JT. I'm going with JT because Pollard haven't practiced all week.
Yeah, I'm going JT.
Ron Marino, what's up, bro? He says, good morning, bro. Should I start Mark Andrews or Smart? I'm going with Andrews.
Yeah. Lamar's going to go off. Yeah, Joku's out. That's why I told you I had to go get Ballinger, and then I went and got Smart. Yeah, he's out.
King of Nike says, which defense, Baltimore, Washington, or Arizona? I'm going with Washington.
I'm going to go – I'm going Washington. Baltimore's close, but I'm going Washington.
Baltimore's close. RG says A.J. Brown or Pollard in the flex. I'm going with A.J. Brown, new brother in town. Wow. Iggy, you remember the song Doodle Brown?
Doodle Brown? I have to hear it, man. I probably do once I hear it.
Doodle Brown, new brother in town. You don't remember that? That's old school.
Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do remember that, yeah.
Right. So when I see A.J. Brown, that's why I be doing. I'm like, A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown, new brother in town. Yeah, that's the old school hip hop.
That is, man.
The Don says 4 PPR, pick 2, Judy, DK, Mooney, or Najee. Thanks, fellas. I'm going with Mooney and Judy. I'm going with Mooney and Judy.
I'm going Mooney and DK.
Zach says start 2, Jonathan Taylor, Ladd, DJ Moore, Brian Thomas. I'm going with Brian Thomas and Jonathan Taylor.
Me too.
Siobhan says Pollard and Hall in with Njoku out per ESPN.
Pollard's out. That answers a lot of y'all's questions.
Pollard and Hall in. Okay, Pollard and Hall is in. Yeah, and Njoku out. Wait. Right.
I gotta look at something.
Go ahead. Yeah, get that shit right, man.
All right.
Let me see.
All right. It's time it is the cutting edge content.
Let me see. King of Nike says, TD, my wife knows what time it is when she hear this is cutting edge content, and she likes when you say Big Will in the house, watch your mouth. Yeah, that's my little Martin little tape. You remember Jerome?
Yeah, of course, man.
Yeah.
You remember Jerome time he used to show up?
You know. Go ahead.
I said, and brother, man, always trying to get the sandwiches, man.
Yeah, man. Make me a whisk sandwich, man. Yeah, but I always do. Right. I always do. I say Jerome in the house. I say Jerome in the house. Watch your mouth.
All you need is the pick. Bah, bah.
Right. And start dancing. Right. Got a super chat Let's see here. From Chris Vila. He says Hurts or Kyler. I know it seems obvious, but Pittsburgh. I don't know. You're right, man. You're making a great point. Usually I start my studs. I'm gonna go with I think you need to start Hurts. So you in the playoffs. I'm not gonna tell you to get that cute. I'm gonna go with Hurts. What do you say, Iggy?
Yeah, I think Kyler could have a bigger boom potential, but I got to start Hurts. That 1 yard, like he's vultured so many touchdowns from Barkley, and then AJ Brown might need, he might need a touchdown this week. He may be tired of watching Hurts and Barkley score all the touchdowns. So, if AJ scores, more than likely Hurts threw it to him. So I got to go Hurts here, edging him out. Kyler could have a good game, man, but then they could get so far ahead that they just hand it off to Benson, hand it off to Connor. They just try to eat up the clock and get out of there. So
right.
I'm going to take Hurts.
Right.
Good question.
Yep. Cutting edge content right there. Mr. Tuya says 2 out of these 4, Addison, Thielen, Cooper, Thomas. Man, before I answer this question, man, I've been loving Addison all year, man. So Iggy, me and you both like look at the game from a defensive perspective. Bro, if I'm playing Minnesota, I'm taking Justin Jefferson away. So what does that tell her? What I'm trying to do is make Jordan Addison or TJ Hawkinson beat me. And that's why I was telling people to go get Addison, man, because he's gonna get single coverage every single time.
Yeah, I got a lot of Addison in best ball for that reason.
Yeah, that was a great job. A good pickup. I wish I would have got him more in best ball leagues. But 2 out of these 4, I would say I'm going with Thomas and Thielen.
I mean, I am too. Those are the 2 guys I'm going with, And they're for opposite reasons. Thomas can get the touchdowns. Thielen's going to get maybe 11 catches, 12 catches against the Cowboys. So those are my 2 right there.
I like Addison too, man, but I just can't put him over Thielen and Thomas.
Yeah.
And I like Amari Cooper. I think Amari Cooper, man, Amari Cooper got that. Yeah, and he's got, didn't he get like 13 targets last week?
Did he? I don't know. See, I don't know what's going to happen with Kincaid back. Well, Shakir had a great game last week too.
Yeah, he did. Yep.
So. And Allen's going to run in a touchdown probably. That's the problem.
Gabriel, he says, Gabriel is from Austria.
Oh, man, nice.
Yeah. He said, yo, TD, how you doing? I'm good, bro. He says, made it to the playoffs in 4 or 5 of my leagues, so I have to decide between Rico Dowdle and Aaron Jones to start. Who would you start and why? I'm going with Rico.
Rico against against
the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, against the Bears. I think both of them are on the road. I think I'm going to go with Rico because Mike McCarthy's established him as the running back 1. Aaron Jones did practice all this week, but Tyson Chandler's coming on stronger. So, and so is to some extent Akers. But I'm going to go Rico now.
Chris says, how do you feel about Ridley? I like Ridley, man, but I can't trust Will Levis. The Bengals gave up 7 receiving touchdowns over their last 5 games, right? But I don't know if Will Levis is going to be a part of that party. I don't know if he got the invitation letter.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who else you have. I don't think Ridley. He may not have a bad game, but then you got to watch Westbrook, Nick Westbrook. What Harim? I don't know how to say the last name, but NWI. Yeah, NWI, man. You got to watch out for him.
Right.
On there. But I do like Ridley. I mean, especially Pollard's in. So, yeah, I mean, the Bengals defense is terrible. I mean, they really are. They're awful.
But who's better, Will Levis or the Bengals defense?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Right. I don't know, man. That's tough. Not knowing your other options, I would say play him if you have him.
Martin says, need a defense, Cowboys, Bengals, or Jets. I'm thinking about, let me look at the Jets real quick. I think the Jets might be a good
McDonald might get a sack. You got Quint Williams might get a sack over there.
Yeah.
Maybe Sauce gets a pick. The Cowboys, you're looking at Micah Parsons. They just lost Overshown, though.
Yeah, and they lost Trayvon Diggs that's out for the rest of the season.
Yeah. Definitely not the Bengals. Even against the Titans. Dang, I guess I got to go Jets against the Jags.
Yeah, I'm going with the Jets too. Mark says Breach is playing. Yes, he is. LA Real Game says Lad McConkey continues to get banged up and struggle for health in the first season. Man, he's always going to have health problems to me because he's a smaller wide receiver.
All those Chargers are banged up, honestly.
Right. Jaden says Garrett Wilson or Tyreek. I'm going with Tyreek.
I'm going with Garrett. Sorry, no help there, Jaden.
Harami says I like Atlanta DST this week also.
Oh yeah, baby. Where are they? Look, right there.
Hector says MHJ or Brian Thomas Jr. I'm going with Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah, I have like one auto share of Marvin Harrison. I knew that was way too hyped up.
Vic says Kyler or Tua. I'm going with Tua.
I like Kyler over Tua.
Harami says, let me get a sleeper flex from each of you today. Thanks. A sleeper. Britton Strange.
I don't know. Does Romeo Dobbs count? Because if so, that's my sleeper.
I think he counts as a sleeper.
Because he hasn't played the last 2.5 weeks.
Wesley Mendez. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah,
Devin says, hit that like button. Yes, sir. Harami says, Shanae is hilarious. All those damn characters are hilarious, right?
Yeah, Martin's special, man. And that's why Life will always be one of the best movies, man. Too many comedians.
That shit is gas.
Yeah, man. Especially since I was in the Who Scout for 2 years, it's just part of it.
You want your cornbread, Iggy?
I always want my cornbread. Even if I just stomp it in the ground in front of you.
Tron says Njoku ruled out in on bye, but would you place Njoku in the IR spot and pick up Kincaid or someone for next week just in case? I can also drop Broncos D, pick up my Barkley handcuff Gainwell. I'm going to say this. I think you should go get Britton Strange. I think he's a good replacement for Njoku. I think Njoku will be all right next week because he almost played this week. So I would say pick up Britton Strange. What would you say, Iggy?
I like Kincaid if you want to go pick him up, but I don't hate Strange either. Strange probably has a lot more work with Mac Jones than he did with Trevor Lawrence. So, and as far as dropping the Broncos D, they do have a good game next week. Let me see. They got the Bengals. Well, no, they got the Chargers next week, and then the Bengals after that. So that's at least one tough offense in the championship. I'm not going to play Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. I'm not playing against them. So yeah, go and pick up Gainwell. I think TD and I were banging on Gainwell's drum probably more than anybody. He hasn't panned out quite as well as I'd like him to, but man, he's been playing a little bit better these last few weeks. And honestly, they could rest Barkley if they can't get the 1 seed or they're locked into whatever seed they're in, and they could just run Gainwell week 17 a lot more than unless Barkley's going for a record.
There you go. And I did that video like 4 weeks ago. I told everybody, I said, hey guys, sneaky play, go get Gainwell because they might rest Barkley. And people's like, what? The Eagles ain't gonna get the number 2 seed, they ain't gonna get the number 1 seed, and they ain't gonna get no bye. I said, listen, if they got their seed sold up where they can't move up or they can't move down, why would you go out there and risk Barkley's health? And so I've been talking about Gainwell all year long, man, and I got him stashed. And don't go pick him up in the Bay of Beasts. You don't pick him up.
Hey man, I think that's one league I'm set on running backs actually over there.
Right.
So I went and looked at Fantasy Football 7s. I had to get Hall in
there. Dylan says 4 PPR. Lost K9 this week. Need 1 RB, 1 flex, 1 tight end out of below running backs. Bucky Irvin, McLaughlin, Braylon Allen. I'm going with McLaughlin over Bucky Irvin and Braylon Allen since Breach is back. I'm going with McLaughlin. Real quick, do you want to do your which running back you choosing, Iggy?
McLaughlin, yeah.
Okay. Wide receivers, J-Mo, Devontae Smith. I would probably go with.
I'm going with J-Mo.
Yeah, that's a good pick, but I'm gonna go with Devontae Smith. I don't want to lose with Devontae Smith on my bench, so I'm going with Devontae Smith. The tight end, I would go with it says Ertz. Got Terry starting already. I'm going with Pat Fryermuth. Okay. Now stick with Zach Ertz. In 4 PPR, stick with Zach Ertz. Who you going with? What tight end you going with?
I'm going Ertz too. Even if he has Terry already in, I'm taking Ertz.
Right. I love the Muth, but I think Ertz just out targeted him. He's going to out target him today. Siobhan said, grab Colts and Falcons defenses for week 16 and 17, both playing the Giants and still have KC defense. Okay, good job. Yeah. I don't.
Yeah.
The Colts, man, they good, but they don't rush the passer that good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another reason I grabbed the Falcons. They got the Giants next week.
Right. Siobhan says I'm playing the Kansas City defense today. Sports Dog says TD, after reading this, I'm saying no to Rodgers. Jay Glazer reports that Aaron Rodgers has been playing through a hamstring tear, MCL sprain, and a high ankle sprain. Scary stuff right there. Bro, if he been heading, he still went for 350 yards last week.
Yeah, exactly. And playing against the worst defense with the So.
Right. That's what it's context. It's just all in context. But I get what you're saying. We got about 5 more questions, Iggy, then we're gonna get out of here, bro.
Okay.
Chris Vito says thoughts on Stone Smart. Could he be better than Strange with a backup quarterback? I would rather go with Strange over Smart.
Man, that's pretty tough, but Herbert's banged up, so give me Mac Jones and Strange.
Chris says MH Dre, Marvin Harrison Jr. or Amari Cooper. I'm going with Amari Cooper.
Me too.
Tell Drake says start TJ Hawkinson tomorrow against the Bears. He is going to go off. I think he's a good start as a tight end, so why not start him?
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Like you said, they may try to take care of JJ too. So
right. Morton Castillo said, y'all said Jets defense, but what other defense do y'all think is better play? Atlanta is available. I think go ahead and go with Atlanta. This is Iggy's specialty. What do you think?
Yeah, I think Atlanta. Desmond Ridder. I mean, they can't. The offensive line protects. Max Crosby's gone. The other defensive end is gone. They're tapped out, man. That team's tapped out. They're partying on the strip. Some guy had his car parked up on a 4-foot concrete wall that plays for the Raiders this weekend. They're done. They don't got that locker room's done.
They on their demon. They're trying to get on their demon time for their vacation.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Chris Cofett says, man, watch.
That ain't happening.
He estimated a starter this week.
That ain't happening.
I don't think so. McLaughlin looked really, really good, but I ain't gonna say anything is possible when it comes to Sean Payton.
Yeah, he's rolling. Who's ever doing better?
Chris Cofett says Tyler Algier is a sneaky start, especially with Max Crosby out.
Yeah,
could be. He could get a goal line touch. Marcus says, morning. Full PPR, I need a flex. Hall, McCormick, Neighbors, Devontae, and defense. I need a defense between Arizona and Green Bay. I would go with Arizona for defense. And between a flex, I would go with Neighbors over Hall, who's hurt. McCormick, I like him, but I don't think he has the upside that Neighbors does in a full PPR league. I like Devontae, but this is a squeaky wheel for A.J. Brown, so I'm going with Neighbors.
Yeah, I like Neighbors as well. I'm pretty torn on Arizona, Green Bay, but I think here's the thing. I think Arizona will keep New England to less points, but I think Green Bay might turn over Geno Smith. So however your defense is scoring, keep that in mind.
Jay Moore said, if Gonzalez is out for the Patriots, I play MHJ over Ridley. Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with that. MHJ over Ridley with Gonzalez being out is okay, especially with Will Levis being Ridley's quarterback.
Yeah, I agree.
Jay Moore says, ask your buddy who he liked, Strange or TJ Hawkinson.
I'll probably play TJ Hawkinson.
I would play TJ Hawkinson over Strange. Tedrick says, everyone subscribe to Fantasy Good Sport. He is legit. Thank you, bro.
Yes, sir.
E. Silver says, full PPR. Westbrook and Keenum, Michael Wilson, Strange, Chig, Okonkwo.
Shoo.
I guess I would go with Westbrook and Keenum. Slightly over Strange.
Full PPR. I think I'm going Strange, man. I think he's going to get more catches.
Right. I hate playing tight ends in the flex.
I do too, man. I do too.
B. Silver says star one, full PPR. Chigo, Strange, Michael Wilson. I think we just did that one. I'm going with Strange. I mean, Westbrook and Keenum. I'm sorry. I'm going with Westbrook and Keenum. Slightly
Strange. I mean, I maybe it's because I got burned. I had NWI in like 3 leagues last week. He burned me with Levis, so he's probably gonna have a bounce back week. But I'll still stick with Strange, like I said.
Thoughts on Myers? Last question. Thoughts on Myers doing playoffs? I think you just got to start him. He's getting 12 to 15 targets. So if you got him, I think he's a good flex play.
Yeah, I wouldn't put him much more than a flex.
Right. It's just the targets, though, that you're playing. I think he's better than streaming somebody else who's not getting that type of target ratio.
Yep. Yeah, man. You got to do what you got to do. So.
Yep. All right, Iggy, anything you want to say, man, before we get out of here?
Yeah, good luck on your playoffs, man. Remember, this is, everything you did before this point, it doesn't really matter. It's a new season. So stay focused and enjoy it, man. We play, we study, TD and I especially, all year round to get to this point. And the point of this point is to win this week. All right? Nothing matters before it. Nothing matters after it. It's all about week 15 right now. So just focus and make sure you're doing everything right.
Yep. All right, guys. Y'all be safe. Set these lineups. Let's go. See y'all later. Peace. Appreciate you, Iggy.
Appreciate you, man.
Yep.
Okay, turn me up. They don't want no smoke, I'm in my bag. Bitch, I'm rolling up. They say this shit hot. Hot, bitch, I'm burning up. Yeah, let's talk some business. Ain't no money, I ain't showing up.